Matisa Namibia, welcome to the Tribe on One Africa TV. My name is Shea Ulenga, and this week on the Tribe I'm joined by Obelem, who recently scooped the award for Best Traditional at this year's Namas. Plus we catch up with the search and how Namibia's freshest talent is thriving on the platform. But first we must sweeten the deal with the hashtag Tribe Jive Challenge. Send us your videos of you jiving to any Namibian song, tag us on social media at the Tribe Namibia, and you could feature here on the show weekly. Here are a few of those tribes. Welcome back to the Tribe on One Africa TV. This week's Tribe exclusive features Nama award-winning singer-songwriter Anthony Williams, known better by his stage name as Obelem. Welcome to the Tribe.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, must I say welcome back? Because we actually tried to touch base with you a little bit earlier on this year during the lockdown. It was kind of hard.
It was hard because we had to have this telephonic interview. We had to do it like twice.
And I was like, no, he needs to come to the show.
No, thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure being here.
Congratulations are in order.
Thank you so very much.
We were talking about it off air earlier on. 3 years in the game. Boom. Second attempt at a nomination. And you got the award.
Yeah, you know, I quite don't know how to place it. I think that there are so many factors that contribute. I can't think of one particular incident or moment that I knew it was going to happen. So much so that I did not also focus on the whole winning thing. I like to live in the moment, you know. So it was a beautiful moment, and I think that also I'm very privileged to be occupying that space right now. And just the whole introduction thing that, you know, the award winning, etc. I think that it's a little bit overwhelming still, but I'm grateful.
I mean, you're fresh. It's just 3 years.
It's just
when you come here by 7, these things won't affect you anymore. It'll be like water.
Water.
Tell us about your name. Obelem.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, I mean, it's Anthony Williams.
Yeah, I like to milk the stereotype.
Yes.
You know, because I always start with the statement saying that English and your ability to articulate and speak it well is not a sign of intelligence.
Absolutely.
We have our people, because my background is in various groupings and tribes, as we call them. So the Damara people sometimes say situation to situation and Palvers to Valvers. And so we grew up saying Bilem to Willem and Williams and
Parceline,
the jello dresses and those things. And I want to be very particular and deliberate about that. So I took that and I said, okay, my name is Bilem. And one of my colleagues actually started calling me Bilemro. So I'm like, okay, what do I call myself? And I like, okay, let me make fun of it, you know. Showing that regardless of how we pronounce things, that is our identity, there's the accent. So I wanted to be very deliberate about it. So that's where the name comes from.
Tell us about the musical journey, though. How did you attach Bilemro to now making music?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Is it something that was in your background? It's something you've grown up with?
Okay. Yeah, the thing is that when I was young, when I was younger, I actually studied music. I studied piano up to a certain, way back. But then because of peer pressure and influences and such, and it was not cool to play at that point in time. So I left it. And but I've always been a fan of music. I can't remember any moment in my life without a song being part of that experience, whether it was falling in love, becoming, in my own view, rebellious towards the establishment of society, because way back growing my dreadlocks and being into the whole reggae music vibe and all these things. So music has been part and parcel of my life ever since. So I can't say that, okay, there was a particular moment I said, let me
I sang in a choir.
No, I didn't do that. I loved music. I loved listening to music. And I was just fortunate, as I always say, I've had so many people. I've been blessed with relationships are very important for me because relationships create you. So I had somebody, Hishishi Papa.
Yes.
My good friend and brother.
Yes.
One day, because I've always in the corridors shouting and singing. So he's one day, hey, you, Bilembro, come on, Khan, man.
Yes.
So I said, where are we going? He says, no, let's go to the studio. I'm like, to do what? He says, let's go record. So we went over to Arafat, somebody I also have to thank a lot. And we went there, and the rest is, so to say, history. But it was a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
Because singing in the shower or thinking that you can sing and getting in front of the mic, and learning the timing and following
You
the
don't have to tell me twice.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's completely
crazy.
different.
So, sometimes I sit and listen to my music and I'm like, wow, is that me? So it's very fresh for me.
Yeah.
I will not underplay it. I will overemphasize. I'm really fortunate.
Absolutely.
I'm very grateful.
This is your second album, is it not?
This is my second album.
Yeah.
I'm working. The first one was Confidence.
Confidence. Volgens confidence.
But we make it confidence. And I think that because I am a confidence coach. That's what I do. I coach people on regaining self-worth.
That's how I met you. I interviewed you on KCR about just confidence, and every day we try to build confidence in young people on my platform.
So I looked at it and said that confidence, I was confident enough to give myself a try. So it was confidence. And then after that, now this one, where the song was that got the acknowledgement is Kuru, which means to roar, and also it means lightning in the quake of up. So, and then the third one to be dropped in October now will be Pari.
Pari.
Yeah.
Confidence. Guru. Pari. I love it.
I'm running out of the Pari word, so.
Next is more.
No.
Now the winning album, which is your second album, wasn't the first album that you entered, Confidence, did you get nominated for the awards?
No.
Not even?
Not even. And I to my thinking, I don't know whether it's a sophomore album. I don't know this.
Yeah, it's a sophomore. Your debut and then your sophomore.
Yeah, so my debut album, the thing is this, I go on inspiration. So that album was a whole lot of inspiration. We didn't write songs. I didn't know anything about anything. So it's like going to the studio, the feeling, the sound. So I'd get a sound in my head. I'm like, hey, I've got this idea, and we facilitate it, and I would record it. That came from inspiration, and I was very particular about its impact on my life and to a lot of people. So it didn't get any nomination. I think that at that point in time I realized that even if I submitted it, is that I didn't start making music or
for awards in the first place.
Or something, For me, it's beautiful if somebody calls me and says that, hey, I love that song of yours, just thinking that somebody's playing my song somewhere.
Yeah, it was my ringtone for a little while. You know what you want.
So yeah.
We're getting to know Obelem right here on The Tribe. He just recently won the award for Best Traditional. That's at this year's numbers, which, by the way, are still continuing. But just to give you a little bit more, the other side of the man, here he is on The Tribe.
Ngari gaizero se uniundere amanga mamare sobi soho sas twist como sobi soho sas twist como twitos ei karariam si apke guri bagol karu dai ham nerira alguba Neri Churo namigo Namzira Churo namigo Sayara Nira dura
Be bolder this summer. With double duvet cover sets, just $129.99. Your home, your style. Update your sheets. Easy care, longer lasting. Get 2 double bed fitted sheets for just $110. Why pay more? Get everything you need for your home and more. Life's better with Pep.
Welcome back to the Tribe. You're catching up with our exclusive where we are featuring Obelem. Yeah, one of the latest NAMA winners. Brand new, fresh talent. It was never done before. Traditional music, though. You are going to be the reigning king of that category for years to come, or maybe even till we get our new platform for the awards.
Yeah, I would say custodian of the efforts of so many before me.
Yeah.
I am occupying this space now. But the most important thing to understand is that if it was not for others that came before me, I would not have been here.
Yeah.
So I really I am not underplaying or downplaying the fact that yes, I've received this award. But if it were not for the people like the late Ahue, Furas,
even O.R. Nashim was in the category with you.
Myself, yes, and it was such a beautiful moment because I met her at the awards and I'm like, yo, you know, this is an amazing thing. So for all these people that came, even recently, the late Odaker, they used to call him Turima Gaib, who I saw playing a clip on Facebook. I saw him play something, and it's such melodious, beautiful music that comes from others, you know. So at this point in time, yes, with this award, I could do a lot to advocate for our traditional music, but also understanding that the traditional music needs to be maintained, but also it needs to fuse. The essence should be there, but it needs to be fused so that young people can understand that
and learn.
Yeah, and learn. Yes, that's a very
and
important.
And apply that to this era.
Yes, because we sample so many things from the States and everywhere.
I can't wait till they sample your song in 20 years. Time.
20 years time.
I can't wait. What are some of the important things that you consider when it comes to writing a song or even creating music?
The thing is that the process of creativity for me is that you shouldn't approach it with logic, trying to think. Of course, there can be a process, but it's opening yourself up to things. And because some of these things are very inherent to us. So when you open up, it keeps on giving. So when I'm going to write a song, it depends on the feeling that I have at that point in time. It's been a learning process. So sometimes I would just get in the studio and I would just do that at that point in time, whatever comes there. Sometimes you want to go and think about something, you know. So it should be very fluid. For me, it should be very fluid. Just allow the juices to flow, you know, because that creativity is within us. I think that's what many artists and people who want to express themselves struggle with.
And forget.
Just allow it because it's already there. And then also to listen. Guidance, mentorship. I've been privileged to have so many mentors that say that, okay, hey. I record with Kani. So sometimes now, you know, I'm trying to play and
shout out to Cannibal.
Shout out to Cannibal 2.0. So I was trying to sing something, and it's like, you are being too ambitious there. Calm down. So
don't you just love his honesty?
Yeah, it's super frank about anything. It's like, no. Let's do this. But you evolve, you know. So it's just allowing it, and the inspiration is always there. Yeah.
Speaking of that creative process that you go through, you have a very good sense of humor, and that comes through and reflects in the music. Where does it come from?
Life is fun.
Yeah.
Life is fun. Of course, there are difficult moments, situations that people go through and such. But what do people relate to? The love, for instance. I usually try to look at the interplay between two people when you're in love, you know. It's the whole thing of flirting, playing around, you know, and that whole approach, that's important for me. So that's like in that Dear song, is I try to incorporate that because that's the thing is it's being playful, you know. Yeah. So when you fall in love, you become something else. And that's what.
Yeah, I can see it now that you're saying it.
Yeah. So that's what I try to put in. Yeah. That's the thing.
Obelim, thank you very much. Thank you for trying. Thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and going to explore what else this beautiful life has to offer. And thank you for just making Namibian music that Namibians can fall in love with every time. We look forward to Kari this October.
It's coming.
Follow Obilem on social media to keep up to the beat. In the meantime, here is a little bit more on the tribe.
Oh, check this. Hi, boy. Thank you, what a fun. Thank you, Drama Summer. Oh, we love me. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm also Sam.
Meet my little Sam. Only the best for my Sam.
No two people are the same, so why should their cover be? New personal cover from Old Mutual lets you build the cover that's right for you and your budget. The time is now to get personal cover that's just for you. SMS cover to 66522 today.
Welcome back to the Tribe on One Africa TV. It's time to introduce you to fresh new talent, and these days it's shining on The Search. I'm joined by Judge Daniel Nadunya. I didn't know that I could actually get a judge in here, and apparently you are the tough judge, the one that
of course
not
the Supreme Court, but
thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start at the very beginning. Tell us about how you got involved on The Search.
Well, I'm not the master of all. Mm-hmm. It's worth mentioning that we are 3 judges, permanent judges. That's Dice, Lady May Africa, and myself. And sometimes, obviously, we have guest judges. We had Gaza, and Singer, and Osi Ebbs. So, but coming back to myself, I basically have a background of music theory. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I've studied music theory, music instruments. Mm-hmm. At some points, I taught music, not only in Namibia, but in Norway. Oh. And I'm also a music producer, dating back from 2007. So, yeah.
Okay.
And the producers approached me and say, look, there's this wonderful idea that we are molding. Don't you want to get involved? I said, well, let's take it up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because a lot of the people who'd enter and who are going to watch the program will be like, who's that guy? What does he know about music? But of course, with your theory and your background, there must be so much. That brings me to my next question. When you did check out the contestants who did enter, those video clips that were sent, the 30-second ones, you mentioned over 1,000 videos have been sent in.
Yes.
What are the kind of things that you were looking for as a judge who's got this musical background, this musical ear, and not maybe perhaps Dyson, Lady May Africa, or looking at, different things, but what was important for you to shine through from the contestants?
Well, tell you what, it's a little bit hard, and it was a little bit hard, of course, because the search is the search for just a little bit more than your ability to sing. It's searching for your overall quality to become the next star. So, but for me, I was more, I think, focused on the vocal quality, the texture, vocal techniques, your ability to control your dynamics. I think that's what I mostly focused on.
Yeah.
And obviously, yes, your stage presence. Are you able to communicate with your audience? Yeah.
That
Are you
kind
a
of thing.
cheerful singer?
Yeah.
Are you, that's overall.
It's a real
yeah.
serious matter. This
Yeah.
is no joking matter at all. You've got to have some type of a tune if you're going to show up there.
Of course, you should be able to have some rhythm in your bones, not
Yeah.
only in your bones, but your tongue should be able to be on time.
Yeah.
So you understand the whole discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So audience must understand, though, that the entry for the competition is closed.
Yes.
By this point in time.
Yes, yes.
Now the process is those that have entered are being judged in terms of what it is that they have offered to the judges. How far is the process now after the videos have been received, and where are we now?
I'm happy to tell you that it's quite at an advanced stage. We've gone through with the first process, which was to actually view and judge on all the 1,000 plus video clips that were sent, and I think the next process is we have now shortlisted a few video, unspecified number. We've given lots of no's and lots of yeses.
You look like the kind of guy who gave most of the no's.
Well, I believe I was a little bit honest
Yes, of
with
course.
the contestants,
Yes.
because you don't want to expose them or throw them in the
Yes,
ditch.
yes.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you want to be honest and say, probably you can come back next year or so. But yes, we've then shortlisted those few contestants, and after that we are going to ask them to do a little bit of instrumentation on selected songs, and they are going to backtrack,
Okay.
sing on those instrumentals.
So the next process is the judges are going to
Yeah.
throw the challenge at you to
Yes.
now be able to perform on these instruments.
Yes.
Okay.
Now because you're coming from a cappella.
Yes.
So now we need to know
Add the
whether
beat.
you can then
Yeah.
synchronize it with a beat. And after that, we are going to still select 30, from which the public at some points will also be engaged
And choose
in
their
choosing
favorites.
their favorite.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. What are some of your highlights? Sitting in the judge's chair, taking a listen to this Namibian talent, some yeses and some nos, and also experiencing it along with your fellow judges.
I think what I can say is that, of course, Namibia has talents, not just one, two, but a lot of them. And I think it kind of shows you that if we can just push a little bit more, we can develop the music industry in this country. But it was amazing, lots of talents, but also a lot of fun, because everybody can sing. Of course, we go in shower and
Yeah,
sing.
we do our thing, but we're not
And
the best thing.
Basically, it's amazing to know that almost everyone think they can sing.
Yeah, I think I can sing. anything to, but I would never go out there and enter for the search. I think everybody else should try though.
Your entries are closed for now. You can try next year.
Where can we go to find more information, to know when it's time for us to enter and do our part as the public? Where can we go?
Of course, you can follow us on all social media platforms, the Search Namibia. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us your experiences on the search.
Thank you so much.
There you have it. Well, you need to head on over to the social media platforms. Check out some of the judges, the guest judges that have been there, the kind of fun that's being had on the platform. In case you are missing anything and you don't want to go onto social media, of course the Tribe is going to bring it to you. See, here it is on the Tribe.
Hey, how you doing? This is Tafanji behind the scenes of The Search. A couple of months ago, we made a call out to any vocalist, any genre, any age to become Namibia's biggest star. And thank you very much for over 1,000 entries to this competition. Much love going out to you, Namibia. Now, how are we going to find Namibia's biggest star? Easy. 4 phases. First and foremost, we have 3 judges from phase 1 up to phase 3. With over 1,000 entries in phase 1, the judges will vet a number. It could be 100, 200, or 300 successful contestants to get down to phase 2. In phase 2, they have to perform backtrack. And if the judges are happy, they're going to select 30, all right, 30 contestants to go down to phase 3. Phase 3 is all about music mentoring, music management, as well as performing with a band. How's about that? All entertainment on the search. And then phase 4, you, the general public, can vote for your winner through an SMS code as well as contestant number. Courtesy of NBC as well as Console AV, not forgetting Namibia Film Commission. This is The Search. We will find you.
Do you have a good claims history with a previous insurance history of at least 2 years? Are you a single financially independent woman or over the age of 55 but not a pensioner yet? Are you a professional? If yes, SMS cover to 555 and we will call you back to get you insured for less.
Welcome back to the show here on One Africa TV. It's time for the Hot Right Now featuring Namibian artists in all their music video glam and glory. This week, Chester House Prince finally dropped his video for I Know featuring Asmo and the Musketeers. Ring-a-ding-a-rosy. From his debut album titled Live Vibe. Here it is on The Tribe.
House Prince Queen in the Esmo.